and welcome to a spontaneous stream with Dan and Kate. Dan is running this game, so I'm gonna let him introduce it. Go ahead, Dan. Oh my gosh, my pink room is in the background. Well, now you see it. This is my ridiculously pink room. I'm gonna leave it. You know what? It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
That's that's the vibe of tonight. It's spontaneous.
Well, I was like, I'm
Um,
too lazy to set up my whole backdrop thing. I'm just gonna do like a virtual background, but nah, it's this now. Yes, this I am in my childhood bedroom and it is super pink. All right, off to you, Dan.
my bedroom is currently orange, so I have no real complaints.
Literally,
Hi
Dan
guys.
told me. Hold on, I have to tell the story. Told me that he painted his room, and I was like, well, as long as it's not orange, it'll be fine. And the look that he gave me.
Yep, just about died at that moment. Okay, that's not what. All right. Anyways, yeah. So hi everyone. Tonight I'm going to be showing Kate a little bit of Age of Mythology, and feel free to stay around, ask some questions. Maybe it's a game that you could be interested in. So, Age of Mythology is a game from my early childhood, and I was really glad to see that they are still selling it on Steam and that it has the extended edition part of it. So, the original base game was about different mythologies of a little bit of a story. In it, you're actually acting as the Greek people. Actually, it'll be easier to show. So if we go into the random map and we select major gods, you actually get to choose any of these gods to be able to play against other people with.
Whoa.
So yeah, so the base game actually had the Greek, the Egyptians, and the Norse, and then the uh the Titan expansion pack came out with the Atlantean ones as well. And that was really cool. And 2014, I believe, the extended edition came out, and that added the Chinese group, which I have never really played. So that's something I want to be able to do at some point, but maybe not tonight. But we have a couple of like most of the major gods, more or less. So you have Zeus, you have Hades, you have Poseidon, Ra, Isis, Set, Thor, Odin, Loki, Kronos, Oranos, and Gaia.
Yeah, Gaia.
Um, yeah, it's one of those things like if you're playing against computers, each one has different special abilities that they get. So basically on the right hand side, you get to see what I'll show in the game is actually a progression path. uh, as you continue in the game, you actually change your ages and you kind of go to the next stage, which adds more things. So for the first choice between two minor deities that you can go towards, you can either choose to worship Athena or you can choose to worship Hermes. And Athena will give you the Minotaur as a special unit, whereas Hermes will give you the Centaur.
We gotta go
Um,
Athena. Absolutely, we gotta worship Athena.
Absolutely Athena. All right. So
Wait,
we
who
will
do you?
get to
What
that
about
point.
if you pick Hades? Who do you worship if you pick Hades?
So I was going to say, let's go through this first, but
Okay.
just to give you a peek. So it's kind of a little bit of a mix up of different lighter deities, I guess I would say. Because you have Apollo for Zeus, the heroic age, you get the choice between Apollo or Dionysus.
Dionysus, let's party. All right,
And
we
you
have to
get
pick we
things.
have to pick a Greek god because I know the Greek mythology better than any other mythologies. So I'll get most excited about the
Okay.
Greek ones. We gotta go Greek.
Okay. And then the mythic age, you get Hephaestus or you get Hera.
Hera.
And their special units. We have the Colossus, which is a really good unit, but arguably not as good as the Medusa, which I really like the Medusa because it turns normal soldiers and other myth units into stone as a special ability.
All right,
I don't
I
really
think we
use
gotta go.
this.
I think we gotta go with Zeus. I'm excited about these options.
Okay, we can look at some of the other ones
Hold on,
too.
I don't want to go through
Hades.
like every. There's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of these. No, we're not going through all 15.
Yeah, we're not going through all of them. But like Zeus is not typically my favorite major god because Hades is, but we don't have the choices that you want in that one. So we're gonna go Zeus. Um,
Well,
so
you
yeah.
can tell me who's maybe I know Hades. Oh, that is too bright.
Oh, sorry.
No,
It's
it's
okay.
no, it's too bright, meaning my face. I'm adjusting my lighting. You're good.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go through some of the Egyptian stuff too.
Okay.
So for this, we have Bast. Oh, nice. We have the minor deity Bast, minor deity Ta, I think is how it's pronounced. Um, and basically, you have the choice between the Sphinx or the Wadjet. The next up, we have the eh, we have Hathor, and we have yeah. Basically, you can go through, you can read all of these different gods. All of these units. We'll try and get a game to show like all of them, or at least most of them. So I'm going to choose Zeus as my major god, and I'm
Honestly, I
going to
don't
set this.
love Zeus as a god, but I like the my more minor gods you can choose, to go with him. I do not support Zeus though. Zeus is not a good
Okay,
god. I
yeah,
just
fair
gotta
enough.
throw that
That's
out
valid.
there. Zeus is a hoe. I'm just gonna say it.
Zeus is definitely a mischief maker.
No, but he's
So
not like
we're
a
going.
fun mischief maker like Loki. Like he's just like f around and never find out.
Let's do Thor, and then let's do
What are you
ooh
choosing now? What is this?
Gaia. So I'm setting up the game so that it's going to be a 2v2. I'm going to be fighting with one computer against two other computers. This game does have online multiplayer, but I've never really used it, and I don't have a lot of friends to play with for online multiplayer.
You guys, if you want to
So
get this game, you can play with Dan, aka Best Boy Bello. You can play with our
you could.
DKMC celebrity.
And I actually would be very interested to see how it works because I'm a very co-op friendly player. Like if we can do a multiplayer game and it's me and one or two other people against a bunch of computers, like I'm okay with that. Cuz you can see the setup. I can actually make all of these people on different teams or they can all be on like the same team. So like it really could be two of us versus the rest as computers and it makes the game very interesting.
Is it like
Um,
harder to be against more people?
yes,
Okay.
very much so.
So what?
So
So
there's
wait, but you just set it up. Hold on, go back to the setup. I want to see this.
okay.
So it's us and then one computer against all
Yep.
those. Why?
It's only going to be us and Ra versus Thor and Gaia,
Oh, it's
unless of
closed. I see
course
it
you
says
want.
closed. I see it says closed. Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yes. And here you also have the option to change like how the computer works.
Oh, like their play
Um,
style.
yes. So like if you set it to attacker, then they're going to focus less on economy building and more on just straight up attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
And that becomes very difficult at times. But like you have protector, you have defender, the AI will protect you instead, and it will just create an army and create an economy to benefit you, basically.
So,
Um,
if you had to describe your play style using one of these, what would you say you are?
I am definitely a builder. Like without a doubt, I am a builder because I do not either builder or maybe a defender because I love to build walls all the time. Walls are like really good in this game to make sure my opponents come at me from the point that I want them to. Um,
Armless Critter's in the chat. Hello, it's so good to see you. That is a
whoa,
good lurk. That is an excellent lurk. I know Armless Critter, IRL, one of my con buddies. Thank you for
well,
joining us, Armless Critter.
thank you for coming on. Um, yeah,
All right, you keep
so
going. I just had to give a shout out.
yeah, no, that's fine. That's what this is for. We're supposed to chat with people too. Um, so I'm I'm good with Ra as
Wait,
my
Armless Critter
my ally.
subscribed with Prime and it didn't come up with a thing on the stream. Why are my alerts not working? All right, I'll have to check on my alerts. But thank you for that Prime subscription. We love it and we love you. Mwah!
So what do you think, Kate? Who do you want as our ally? currently I have raw, but I can change it to something else.
Whatever you think is best. I don't really know enough about this, so I'm gonna leave that to you.
Okay.
I
All
gotta look
right.
in.
Okay. Well, let's do ISIS then. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do ISIS because I really like ISIS. Yeah, so we're going to make it a 2v2. I'm going there's four different difficulties. Easy is basically like if you just want a really fun game, really want to experiment and just try things. Easy, it's kind of difficult to lose with because your AI ally will basically be able to help you through most of it. Moderate provides a little bit of a challenge where I like to be for the most part because I can play, but I can still do other things while I'm thinking about it. I don't have to be like right on top of everything. Once you get to hard, hard is a lot more difficult because the AI can interact with things much quicker than you can. So where I have to scroll over to a certain section of the map, the AI doesn't. So you'll see sometimes it does multiple commands at once. Um, and then if you're really, really good at this game, which at some point maybe I'll try it, there's the Titan difficulty, and the Titan difficulty is just a completely different beast, I'd say. The AI start with more resources. Their reaction to everything is much quicker. And obviously, because they're a computer, they can command multiple units to do multiple things at the same time, or all at the same time. So our game type, we're going to play Conquest. So we're actually going to be fighting to the death against these other groups. But there's a couple of other ones that you can get. I don't really play most of the other ones, mainly because Conquest is the most fun for me. There's day night cycles if you want. I never do because I don't really care for the lighting differences. Um, and then the visibility being normal uh, just allows it allows you to not see the entire map. If I turned it to revealed, then I'd be able to see everything on the map at the beginning of the game, which is a big deal because there are relics in this game, and I will show you those as soon as we start. So I'm going to select a map I'm more familiar with just because Archipelago, but these are all the different map types that you can play on. Islands for me is one of the best to start with if you're not really sure what's going on, because islands gives you like the AI at the lower levels don't really attack you on your island. Like they'll wait for a long time before they do. Most of the other ones they'll go right after you. But you can always pick random too. But for this, we'll do archipelago. So we're gonna start.
Love it. All right.
Hey, so we're going to start off with our settlement here. This is basically like what we start with. It creates our villagers, which are our main source of resource. I'm going to actually send them to get chickens because we are actually going to get food. In order to go to our next stage, which I had talked about earlier, we need a cost of 400 meat. Meat can be provided by chickens, boars, pigs. Um, Pigs are very interesting and a very useful unit because as the game progresses, the pigs actually accrue more meat on their bones. So you kind of want to keep them around for later because I think they get up to 300 each. And so like if you save them for a while, they're really good. We're going to send our scout here. He's going to go over to our allies and see if our island or our archipelago is connected or not. So, like, you see how I have to move around and do things this way. The computers just automatically do it. And when you're fighting on a very difficult difficulty, it can be difficult to do that. Um, that's a lot of difficulties. Okay. So it appears that our island is not connected with our ally, so we are on our own. So I'm actually going to go scouting around the edge of this archipelago because I want to see if there's anyone that's on my archipelago. If I got lucky, then I'm by myself. If I didn't get lucky, then I probably have an enemy that's on here. Um, and that would not be as much fun. We're going to dedicate a few more workers. We're going to build a few more workers so that we can acquire wood. All of the trees provide 150 wood. There are gold mines around here that provide the gold that we need. And eventually, you must build a temple to advance to the first age, anyways. So I will have to get to building that temple, which I need. I actually have enough wood right now to do it. So maybe we'll jump right to it. We'll just steal this worker and we're just going to build a temple up here. But you can see what your resources are right down here, and it tells you how many people are gathering those resources. So basically, this is a quick way to figure out, okay, how do I balance my resources? I have so much food, so much wood, so much gold. And
I'm
then this resource is total population cap. So in order to have more people, I would need to build houses because that's like how you increase your capacity. So I'm going to actually take all of these workers that just got done harvesting the chickens and I'm going to build a house. And each house will raise the capacity by 10, but you can only have 10 houses. So one of the advanced strategies that I found out like while I was playing was if you can fight against your enemies, if you can circle around to the back of their area, you can actually take out their houses, which will reduce their ability to create units. Um,
I
okay.
am adjusting the stream live because I want to make this bigger because there's like some little details that we're not really getting. So you keep going. But
Okay.
yeah, if you guys see elements of the stream moving around, that's me.
Nice. Okay, so you said you wanted to go to Athena, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Athena will give us the god power of restoration, which allows us to target an area and heal every unit and building in that area. Really effective for like some of the combats. The Minotaur is one of my favorite units, so I love this because the Minotaur's special attack is it launches a unit, like it just headbutts and throws them. Um, and they also provide a little bit of strength to the basic human units with the spear and the shield. Um, and then the Labyrinth of Minos is just to upgrade your Minotaur so that they become stronger. So I'm going to choose Athena. Let's do it. I'm going to build a couple more houses because building more houses is never a bad option. Um, okay. We're going to use our scout unit here. Okay, now that I've got all you, I need a lot of wood at this point to get to building more buildings. So eventually, I want to actually build a dock so that I can fish for food. Because we're on islands, food is plentiful. So we're going to go towards that route. And it looks like we may have gotten lucky and we may be, yes, we are not connected to this other island. So we're actually in a good position where we won't be attacked by our enemies real soon. Um,
Nice.
I'm going to build a storehouse here. So by default, your workers will bring all of your stuff to your town center because that's where the resources get acquired. Having a storehouse allows them to bring stuff to the storehouse instead. I'm gonna grab you. So just to run through real quick, we have the house that we were building before. We have a granary, which helps for food. The storehouse, which helps for wood and gold. We have the dock, which will provide food. And I'm looking for a couple of fishing spots around here. So let's see if we can find any fish. Aha, I see some fish here. So in the water, you can actually see that there's little fish down here. And those are the spaces where I can actually send the fish to, or the fishing docks to, fishing boats. And here's our Minotaur. Um, okay. So now that we've got that, Now we're going to need more food for our resources to grow because right now I can make Odysseus as a hero. I also have the option for Jason as a hero. Um, so it's really interesting to me because you can interact with like these smaller heroes that are just like part of the legends and lores that we heard of. Um, so I always love it. I'm actually going to use the villager to bring this boar back here, and that way the town center and Odysseus will fight it too. And the closer this meat is to the granary is better, because while the other resources don't degrade while your workers aren't working on them, food that's collected like this will actually still continue to drop even if they're bringing the resource back to the town center. So it's good to get some of these like upgrades to help. So I'm actually going to grab that one for the pigs. And then I'm going to create another villager because I need more resources. And how's our dock doing? Okay, our dock has been built. So I'm going to create 3 fishing ships. And now I'm going to build an armory because that's what's required for the next age. Going to grab. Aha, here's one of those relics that I was talking about. So if you find these on the map, most of the time they provide like a decent benefit. There's some that are more just comical. I think there's one that's like trio of monkeys, where it literally just brings you a trio of monkeys, and you can use the monkeys to scout around the world. That's probably one of my favorites, more so just because it's funny, not because it's actually useful for me. They're nice because they don't cost you anything, but they're just 3 monkeys. So, eh.
Monkeys are
Uh,
great. I love this. There,
so,
that's something like remember that game Aloris that we saw at PAX East one year that I was like obsessed
oh,
with. One of the things you can get
yes.
is you can get like a monkey crew for like if you get a ship and you end up stranded on an island, you can get yourself a monkey crew.
Really?
I am still live adjusting the stream so that we can make this bigger.
Nice. That would be great.
Yeah, because there's just like a lot of little stuff that we're not seeing.
I'm actually going to put a storehouse down here in case they go to attack around my fishing docks. Then I can have some villagers to repair. And how are we doing for resource? Okay. So for resources, right now we still have 6 people who are acquiring food, 7 for wood, and only 1 for gold. So we're going to change that. Um, and up here, you can see these little drop down banners. These are telling you that units are standing by, not really doing anything. So the villager one's really important to see because obviously your villagers are your main source of building. So you want them or building or gathering resources. So you always want them doing like as much as they possibly can. I'm just gonna make a bunch of houses. This will increase my capacity to the maximum. You can see like once we hit the limit of how many you can have on the map, it turned red. I can no longer click this and get more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So another way that we could increase our capacity, though, is to build more town centers. Um, I'm just going to grab a pickaxe and the axe to help gather more resources quicker. This is why I'm a builder, without a doubt. So our pig is at 250 right now. 251. Okay. That's good enough for me. So I'm going to actually have these villagers get this first pig. And this way, the other pigs will still continue to gather more food as they continue on. But the villagers will go from one pig to the next pig, and they'll just gather the food from them. We need 800 food and 500 gold for the next age. So let's see how we can do this. Obviously, we want more. Basically, I end up getting to like 10 workers for each section, which is a little overkill, but like the one point I watched a Titan game because there was I knew I was going to get creamed, but I wanted to see like what they did and how they did it. And one of the very interesting things to me is that they put all of their resources into building a ton of villagers at the beginning. And I was like, "Wait, but why?" Like it literally took them an additional minute to get to the next age. And then it clicked to me like having that many villagers right at the beginning actually allowed them to progress a lot faster later on because they were already building soldiers. um, I was blown away by it. I'm going to upgrade our sentry towers so that they can actually fight. Uh,
All right, you know what I'm gonna.
Initially, by default, we'll. What's that?
I'm totally changing this around. So I'm removing the chat because I really want to make this bigger. So, but yeah, you keep talking. You're doing great. Oh
Oh,
no,
that's fine. Oh, oh no.
no, we're good. We're good. I just moved something that I should have moved, but we're good now.
I see. Okay, that's fine.
You keep going.
Um,
You're doing great.
So I'm going to basically rush to getting to the heroic age because, like I said, I'm a builder, so I love getting to the highest age as quick as possible. This unlocks like the later units. It does make it difficult though because if I had set one of the AI to attack her, I don't build defensive units really early on unless I get attacked, and then I do it more in a response than anything else. So being on the islands here gives me a huge advantage over the AI because I know, okay, this is how I want to proceed. Like, this is how I want to do this. This is how I want to do that. We're going to get more fish here. I love fish. Um, I actually do love fish. I love them. Um, just always funny because the rest of my family hates fish. And I'm like, what? It's just me. I, you know, just how it goes sometimes. Um, so we are really close at this point. I'm just waiting for one or two more look. Look at that. Maybe they're coming. Yeah. Okay. So our next up, Kate, what do you think?
Oh, I
Just
get
on yeah, just on
Dionysus. Of course, we are partying.
okay. So you
Dionysus
want
is a party.
okay. So this is actually a really good map for either of these deities. Dionysus because he's got the Hydra and he's got the Scylla. Um, and the more units they kill, the more heads they get, which is great. Um, but the god power that Apollo provides is the underworld. So I could target one section of the map and then put another tunnel to another section of the map, and my units can instantly transport to both sides.
Oh,
Um,
that's kind of neat.
Plus, yeah, they're both really good. I think Dionysus is still more useful for this one.
Awesome.
Um,
Wait, what is
it,
Dionysus' ability?
So his ability is bronze. So if when I get more human soldiers, they'll go into battle and I can use this bronze to give them like enhanced armor for a solid minute. It gives them a really high defense.
I have to
Um
say, I'm kind of disappointed that his ability doesn't have anything to do with wine.
yeah,
It's just
I
be
know.
like, like raise morale always.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that too, but honestly none of his stuff is actually even like referencing that. Maybe maybe this like increases their hit points by a small amount. All right, that's fine. But like Apollo over here has like a bow that helps your archers. Um, yeah, and the myth units, that's cool. Oracle, which lets you see a little bit more sight for every unit, and the Temple of Healing. Basically, your units just stand by a temple and they get healed. Really useful too. But we're going with Dionysus.
Because we
So
are party.
we are
Dionysus
party.
is a party. He is the god of party.
All right, so now I'm going to build a transport ship because the downside of being on an island is that you're on an island, so your units can't walk around. Um, so in order to get my units over to either my ally, which we can see like the Egyptians have built up a pretty substantial amount of stuff as well. Um, yeah, they've got farms and everything. The Egyptians are really cool because they get the Sphinxes, and the Sphinxes alone are really neat. Then you also have the Scorpion Men. So we're actually a little bit behind our ally here because they're already to the heroic age. Um, that's fine. It's not so much a race to get to the end of the age as much as just making sure we have strength at the end of the age. Um, okay, so for the next age, we need 1,000 food, 1,000 gold, and a market to be built. Okay, so we've got our Hydra over here, and we've got these guys collecting. Now, see, this is one of the things, like one of my pet peeves is seeing all of these workers, all that time they're walking away is downtime that you're not getting that resource. So,
Mm.
like, I'm going to build a town center right there, which you can only do when you find these settlements. But that makes their walking from here to there instead right to there. So it'll help a little bit. Maybe I'll steal these two in order to help finish that quicker. Because the more units you have on it to build it, the quicker it will be produced. The Egyptians actually have a very special unit, the Pharaoh, that can help increase the production of stuff. So that's always good too. Oh, they're almost done with the trees though. Then we're gonna have to move on. That's all right. That's all right. We're going to need a little bit of faith over there, so I'm gonna build that. And since we have our Scylla here, we have a defense. All right.
What I mean, how long does it usually take to play this game?
It depends on how quickly you run through, but normally an hour is about where I end up.
Okay.
Um, if I'm not trying to like if I'm trying to get my Titan out, which can take a little bit longer, it's an additional age, and it may be like 5 more minutes. The hardest part on islands for the Titan is that it can't walk over there, so I have to
Oh.
build the Titan on their island, which is itself a challenge. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm going to show you guys my island. Okay. So if your units are too far away from a resource they're tasked with getting, they just straight up will stop doing anything. Which is why it's really useful to have these banners up here because you get to see like exactly what the units are doing. Okay, we're gonna unload right there on that little peninsula. Doo, doo, doo.
I hope everyone had fun watching me adjust the stream while we were streaming. I actually just figured out a way to make it even clearer and bigger. But I would want to do that on a break because it's going to mess up everything if I do this. It's going to throw everything off. I was just moving pieces around while you were streaming so they could still like see everything you were doing. But like if I
Oh,
so next time we stream from Discord, this is our first time where Dan has this game on his computer. He's putting it through Discord and I'm running the stream. So if I put Discord into like a full screen mode, then it would be clearer and bigger because it's just hard to like kind of see the text and the little details. But next time, we're always learning.
yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm fortunate his unit is not actually going for me. What? I saw his water unit, so I'm going to send the Scylla up there. Oh, it is in fact going for me. All right. Now, one of the dangerous parts about having a transport ship is if your transport ship is loaded and it gets killed, all of the units on the transport ship are also killed.
Oh.
And they don't have a oh, hello. Just gonna speed lightning there.
Oh my
Yes, because
goodness.
default is he gets one lightning bolt and you can target any unit and just kill it.
I like how your sea monster is just eating them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's. Uh-oh. Nope. Don't want that. It's not really worth it for them. The Scylla will survive those two. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna use our scout. We're gonna have him scout to the other side of the island. And at this point, we probably we've got a bunch of villagers here who are not cutting wood. Okay, you're done doing that. I'm gonna build another farm there.
Well, you have a
And
ton
now,
of meat, right? Does that say you only need like 12 meat and you got like 2,000?
yeah,
Oh, look at you have a ton of all the resources. So what?
this is
So you need that much to level up.
yeah. So I need 1,000 food and 1,000 gold, but I needed the marketplace. Okay,
So wait, what are the
our
what are so the bottom two are ones that you don't. You have 44 out of 130. What is that?
that is the capacity for units.
Oh, okay.
Um, See, I don't like that he's over here breaking my stuff.
No.
So make another Cinema. We're actually going to make two. So if you make multiple buildings, you can control them to create multiple units at the same time, which is what I ended up doing with that Scylla. So I can have both of them selected here, and then I just hit once, and now both of them are making that unit. Oh, our scout died. What a shame. Um, I'm actually going to build this. You're still alive? That's great. Okay. You can see how much faith I have sometimes. Um, make
So we're in
a
the
sim.
heroic age, which is the second out of how much?
It is their second town center. Um, so there's the normal game of Age of Mythology has 4 ages, but you start off in the first one.
Hmm.
The Titan expansion added a fifth age, but the fifth age really is only providing a Titan for you. It's not actually really doing anything else.
And then how do you know
Um,
when the game is done?
so the opponents will surrender to me. Um,
Ooh.
we we will show that. So okay, so this is another thing.
So
Like I know
you are pretty sure you're gonna win. You said the opponents will surrender to me. You're pretty confident in
oh
this, huh?
they will. It may take a little longer, but they will. So this is one of the things that I always go Hephaestus, and the reason I do is because he's got the plenty vaults. His ability just creates a basically just a well that provides free resources on all three of these for free. The downside is wherever you place it, you have to have some troops there in order to keep a claim on it, because if your enemy comes to it and your enemy has more troops than you on it, then it's theirs. So it's kind of a
Mm.
double-edged sword that wherever you put it, you want it to be safe. Um, but yeah, other than that, he's got like the I think the biggest thing is the Forge of Olympus, which just makes the why am I struggling? The improvements for human soldiers from the armory a lot cheaper, but we don't have to worry about. So you wanted to go Hera, so we're
It's
going
okay
to actually.
if you want to go Hephaestus, you can go Hephaestus.
Well, I always do Hephaestus, so like this might be interesting to see like what the other one is.
All right, if you
Um,
think you could handle Hera, let's go.
yeah, I'll be. Okay, so all of them are done. They were mining, so we're gonna put them here. Okay, I'm gonna need you to. All right, there we go. Oh, I have one additional one that I wasn't expecting. Thought both of them would be gone. So now we have our Scylla defense, and they're just gonna destroy this thing, and hopefully one of them gains another head. Nope, they didn't
Nice.
gain another head this time. This one did. So I'm going to create. they added this guy in. I don't know what DLC, but he's a dedicated healer. Like he does not attack, but he can heal any unit.
Mm.
Or most, I should say most. There are some units that are very special that cannot be healed. Um, one of which is the Son of Osiris, which is one of the Egyptian units. It's like a one-time ability, and it's really powerful. But because of how powerful he is, he cannot be healed. Um, so, you know, actually, I wonder if they have one yet. Yeah, you can see all the different buildings that they've got going on. They do not have a Son of Osiris yet. I wonder if they even went for Son of Osiris. We'll find out. Um, all right.
How's yeah,
Yeah, I got a crab. We got crab
nice. Make some crab
down
cakes.
here. Oh no. All right. So we're being attacked here, and that's not bueno. I don't like
No.
that. We're causing a lightning storm because our deity allows us.
Yes. So how long does that take to like refresh?
It doesn't. That's the unfortunate thing. So now that I've used that, it protected my villager, but I don't have it anymore.
Until the next stage?
Nope. It's a one and done.
Oh, you can
So
only do
that's
it
why,
one time per game?
yes.
Oh, because I thought you did it earlier to the boats.
No, no, I didn't. Um, you can, like, I don't condone cheating, but there are cheats in this game, which some of them are just funny more than anything else. But there are cheats to replenish those if you wanted them back. Um, it's one of those things like if you're into that, all right. Me, sometimes it depends on like what I'm doing.
Hmm.
We're going to send Jason and Heracles up here.
I love
We're
how
gonna
they also have like the heroes, like the mythological heroes.
yes. So there's actually I think Athena is in this too as a hold on. We have Bellerophon. Um,
There is. Do you? So you, I know that you like all mythologies, and you liked like I remember we would go like book shopping, and you liked mythology books, and you like the right. I'm getting this right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So there is. If you had TikTok, there is this musical that someone's writing based on the Odyssey, and it is so good. I'll have to send you like a link to the soundtrack. It's actually on Spotify. I know you have Spotify, but like you should listen to it because it is so good.
absolutely. I'd love to.
It's called Epic the Musical, and they
Nice.
have it's like they're doing it in like series. So I think actually only the first one or two are the first two are out. Um, but if you like Greek mythology, then you should definitely look at Epic the Musical. It is so cool. And also, any critters in the chat, the sounds make for great like character sounds for Critical Role characters on TikTok. I know that I've actually have I used any yet? I don't think I've used any yet. I don't know. Talking about my TikTok, I'll throw our links in the chat.
Okay, okay. All right. So I have lost a couple of heroes. Not a big deal. I can just get them back. Um, okay.
So
Secrets of the Titan. So
the links that just got thrown in the chat are for all of our cast. Really, Dan and I have been the only ones streaming lately, and Dan does not want to be found. we
yeah, I'm kind of.
I respect it. I respect it. So we are normally a Dungeons and Dragons stream, and when we do stream D&D, we stream it on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But we've been on hiatus for a while. I'm hoping maybe we can get a game together next week. I meant to put that in our chat because I know JoJo. Oh, Dan a little louder. Hey, Leathertown. Because
Hello.
Alright, JoJo was nope. Now everyone can see that. Here, Dan, say something.
Hello.
Is that too loud, or
Hi guys.
is that too loud, or is that good? Leathertown, aka one of our wonderful cast members. Better. Okay, cool. That's good. Alright. So I'll leave you there. All right, so
All right.
let me. Anyway, this channel was built around a Dungeons and Dragons game, and we hope we can get back to that soon. I had to be on hiatus for a while, and then JoJo was doing a tech week for a show, so maybe we'll be able to do next week. I don't know. I'll throw something in the chat when we're done with this, because that would be good.
Maybe, maybe not.
Wait, you can't do next
Uh,
week? What have you got going on?
um,
You don't have to share it on stream. It's okay. If you can't,
yeah. Well,
it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to share it on stream. If you know you can't do next week, then that's fine.
it depends on my schedule. I don't know if my family's going to come here or if I'm going to go to my mom's house.
Is it?
So
Oh my gosh! It is. Is it birthday?
so it
It is
is.
birthday. It's your birthday. See, I removed that from my calendar.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
All right. No, no,
Um,
no. Your birthday is on Tuesday, so we will not stream. We'll see if maybe anyone in the group could do a different day of the week. We'll see. But yeah, happy almost birthday. I was like,
it's all
yes, it
right.
is in fact March.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, I've been neglecting all of my upgrades because I've been busy talking. Um, so basically, they just we're kind of doing the dance here. I'm building a small base on their island, and they're just sending troops to my island. So the Medusa, yeah, I think you can see, just turned this soldier to stone. So any
Yes.
unit that's not a hero unit, which is these guys, they can use those special abilities on. And those myth units are
Did they
really
kill your
strong.
Medusa?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
can she come back?
Unfortunately, the humans, I can get another one.
Okay.
Um, it's just going to take a little bit more worshiping.
Alright, we like Medusa. Remember
Yeah.
there was this costume that I showed you on Pinterest where it was like a Medusa in a statue? Do you remember that? We were gonna do that as a costume.
I do not.
We had lots of costume ideas that we never got to.
That's all right. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually at the market and I'm going to trade the resources that I've got a bunch of for X amount of gold. So right now, for every 100 units of food I sell, I get 57 gold back. Um, or I can buy gold or buy food, excuse me, for 106.
Mm.
Uh, can be super useful, but it really depends. How are we doing? Okay. Oh, they're attacking there. I don't like that. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna send. I forgot Basilla's here.
Oh hey,
Gonna
well
use.
we have Leathertown in the chat. Are you we've been Dan and I have been wanting to retry the Demio level, the Serpent Lord. Um Dan, are you
Oh
good for
yeah.
that tomorrow night? Oh actually,
Um,
yeah,
I may be playing Valheim with the guys.
alright, alright. I know we've been trying to do that like all week, and then it's just like one or the other can't do it. All right, we'll try that for maybe we'll do that. No, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Oh, I have a
So
dentist appointment on your
gonna
birthday. That's no fun for me.
Medusa just straight up turned that one to stone.
Yes.
But now that now that I'm established on his island, that's good game. This enemy, they're gonna die. Um, and since he uses a lot of horsemen, that's actually more beneficial to me because my troops are better against cavalry. Um, so we're gonna just rock his world. I think that's the best way to put it. And we're gonna just build a bunch of these guard towers around. Hey, I can bring my healer back.
Yay.
Thank you, Hippocrates. Like, yeah, heal these units, guys. Oh yeah, the Scylla. Look at that Scylla. So for every head that it's got, that's a separate attack. So every time
Mm,
it's attacking all five, it's actually doing 100 damage. That's why the Hydra and the Scylla are really good units to have.
nice.
All right, we're gonna slowly get that. All right. Yep, I need you two to repair that. Uh-oh, here they come! But now I'm ready with more guard towers. Yeah, the Medusa. So every time that yellow bar charges is when the Medusa will actually turn a soldier to stone. So like if you know that there's one like really powerful enemy on their group, you just use the Medusa to turn them right to stone.
You
So
can
like
pick.
this
Oh,
guy's
cool.
full health and he's just gone. So it's like really strategy where you like when you make him do what he does. Is Heracles going to
Almost.
work? Yes. Heracles may literally get out with like 20 health. He did. My man came out with 20 health.
Nice.
And step away from that. We're going to have the Scylla destroy these guys. You up to 6 heads? No, it's fine. All right. Yeah, why not? We'll build a fortress here. So yeah, like I said, now that I'm established on here, it's going to be really difficult for them to get rid of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all my heroes. You guys want to deal with that guy? I don't even know if you can really do much against him. Oh wait, I've got the Scylla.
Yeah.
Let me do this. There he goes.
Yes.
Good Scylla. Oh my gosh. Look at
Scylla do a
this.
chomp.
Yeah, exactly. Scylla's chomp is legendary. We're going to just. I love that he focused Heracles because Heracles has the most hit points of all of my units. It's like, of all the ones you could focus, probably not a good choice.
Mm.
But that's fine. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's not what he wants. It's a big difference. All right. We've got 2 villagers not doing anything right now. This actually works. I'm going to go get his gold. And there's nothing he can do about it. Do it, chomp. Do it bigger, chomp. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, so it did 80 damage that time instead. So I forgot the units are resistant to certain damages for a little bit. And so the Scylla can't do its true 100, but still does a decent amount. Yes, yes. I need more gold. I wonder how I can get more gold. Ah, yes. The best way to get more gold. More people to get more gold. Give me gold. Gather them resources, guys. And so now that I've started building all these anti-horseman units, he's starting to send like the Murmillo, which are good against cavalry and basically better against other infantry units. So don't attack Hippocrates. That's mean. He's just here to help. So we're going to. Uh, I'll actually put the upgrades in 5 of you, 5 of you. We're going to start balancing our fighters to do more things or have more damage. Never had that before. Why not? Get those. More hit points for the Medusa. Increase the Medusa's pierce and crush. Ooh. Okay. Why not? We're just gonna upgrade everything, I guess.
Nice. We like upgrades.
Like upgrades. Alright. Now, while he's distracted and can't really fight, gosh darn it. I need more gold. Give
Well,
me the
you
gold.
have so much food.
I'm actually gonna make some donkeys. They'll get me gold.
Donkey.
So the donkeys will actually travel from your market to one of your town centers and then travel back, and that will create. It literally just creates gold. So it's a beautiful thing, and I'm gonna do it because I have a ton of food, but I don't have a lot of gold. Yeah, it's real quick.
Ugh, look at that Scylla go.
Oh yeah,
What are you burning?
that. Oh, that's the dock.
Oh
That's not
no!
good.
Oh
That's
no!
bad. But that's all right. The Scylla will deal with it for the most part.
Can the Scylla just
And
like,
we
spit water on it and put it out?
no, the villager can though,
Okay.
and the fortress.
Oh no, it's all burning!
Right. We're gonna just attack their manners.
Yes. They set our stuff on fire, we set their stuff on fire. An eye for an eye and manner for a manner.
Exactly. So one of my favorite things about this is this uh this unit has a range of 28, which is higher than most other units. Um Basically it sits way out of range and no one can do anything about it. Yes. Yeah, you can see that like a bunch of the heroes have their own unique way of fighting. Um so like Belafon jumps on people. Um Atlanta also does that. Um, and then there's a Manra who does as well in the game.
Atalanta is the fastest woman alive. I was
Atlanta's
in,
pretty cool.
I know, isn't it Atalanta? ATA?
Is that?
I think it's Atalanta.
Oh, maybe.
Can you check? Can you click on her? Say her name? I was
I don't have her unlocked. That's
Oh, okay.
weird.
I was in a play in high school called the Greek Mythology Olympiaganza. It was ridiculous. It was a lot of fun, and that is where I get a good amount of my Greek mythology knowledge.
Okay, okay. I was very interested in seeing like where that was coming from. That makes sense.
Yep. So I am a twin, and my twin and I played the twins Castor and Pollux. And then I did a two-person reenactment of the Trojan War that ended in my scene partner being frustrated with me, which ended up being just a me reenactment of the Trojan War, and it was excellent. It involved the Millennium Falcon. The props in that show were so much fun. But yes, I got to, it was like, basically, it was like, how many wig changes can Kate do in like 30 seconds? And there was a Millennium Falcon.
Have you seen all the Star Wars?
Nope. I mean, okay, yes, I have. Well, not the new ones. I haven't seen all the new ones, but like the first two trilogies I saw when I was like really young, so I don't really remember them.
I'm slightly disappointed, but not
Dan, you tried
entirely.
so hard. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I was just talking to my twin about that, who is like not into like D&D and fantasy at all, but she like loves Lord of the Rings, and it's like crazy that like
It's
those
so
those
good.
movies are just too long.
Oh, but it's so good.
Look,
It's like,
no, it is good. It's just that like I need breaks. Okay, if there's like anyone who's like ADD, ADHD, like how do you get to the Lord of the Rings movies? Like please help because I want to watch them. They do seem good, but just I it's so hard for me to focus on one thing for that long. Like even if it's something like I don't know. I think I just need snacks. And like I probably need to like stand up at some point. I don't know. I don't know. Just watch it while I'm like on the treadmill, which I do so often, obviously, all the time.
all the time.
I haven't been to the gym since before COVID. I have a gym membership again. Got it with the rest of my family, but it's not good because I don't use it.
Well, then use it. I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, you got a little vehicle driving around.
Yeah, it's the catapult.
Nice. I had to build a like catapult. I ended up building a trebuchet for physics in, gosh, was that my senior year? No, that was my junior year of high school. And when I say I built a trebuchet, I mean my brother and my dad built me a trebuchet. I decorated it. They
I
it was so cool how
I
they made it. They made it out of like a pair of crutches, and it was awesome. And then like so I called it break a leg because theater kid, and it was made of crutches, and I decorated it with like fun band-aids.
okay. Okay. Socrates going strong with like 12 hit points. My man. What happened to my crab?
But you had like a giant crab?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where did he go?
Oh my gosh, this is too much of a crab the map. Is it in one of the dark areas? Can you send someone to go find the crab?
No, it's
Oh.
okay. I'll
Maybe
just get another crab.
could it have died?
Probably. It probably fought and I just wasn't paying attention. So one of the things you can actually do though that makes things easier is if I hit control one, I can make this army a little banner. So if I ever need to find them, I can just click on that. All right,
Oh.
you don't have your special ability. You're pretty strong. So heroes absolutely destroy myth units. Like this is a prime
Mm.
example of like how strong they
Is
are
that
against
bird
those.
like, yes, that's an attack bird.
It was an attack bird. It's no longer an attack bird.
Aha. Oh, it wasn't yours?
No, it was an enemy attack bird. I was
Oh,
going to use Medusa on it, but I didn't get there in time.
it's
Oh, what are
okay.
you doing, Logan? Here you go. Get
Can
back
you
in.
can you eat
Ah.
the meat from the attack bird? I bet it's good meat.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
It would be really nice, wouldn't it?
purposely attack bird.
Yes, crab.
Yes.
Defense crab.
So you can just assign the crab to like defend that,
Yeah,
or it'll just.
yeah. So there's a couple things that you can do in this game. Charlie's currently attacking my hand. So,
We did do a
so
cat tag, so we have to see the
yeah,
cat at some point. Cat, Charlie, Charlie.
not being a stinker.
No, he's the best boy.
Um, oh, the Scylla's gonna wreck him. There it goes.
Go wreck it.
So, let's see. Oh, my teammate's building a Titan. Sweet. So you get to see the Titan gate. This is why it's difficult to like win with a Titan because of like what the Titan you have to start with it like this. And if it gets destroyed, which it's basically a structure. If it gets destroyed, you lose it, and so
Oh.
you lose your pipe.
And you can't get it
Um,
back at all?
no. So
Ugh.
like basically, if I tried to do that right now, I may be able to do it here. Um, but it would be like very, very questionable on whether or not I could defend it enough. Because as
Mm.
soon as they see that, it's like it's go time for it.
Got it.
You
Yes,
got them.
Charlie. Hold on, let me move your name tag so that we can see Charlie. There we go. Yay! Good boy.
Tag.
Yeah, the one that says Dan, just Dan, because it was blocking Charlie's little face.
Oh no!
So I scooted it away. So we
Oh
just.
no! They got too close to the enemy units. They're
Oh.
coming. Run for it, boys! Wheel for it. All right, destroy the dock if you can at least. Gives us some benefit. So one of the abilities that Gaia actually provides is when you build a building, this grass grows,
Mm.
and that grass is actually like it's a hindrance to me because it prevents me from building on it.
Oh. It's
Like
difficult
even
terrain.
yeah, basically.
Is Charlie attacking you?
He's still attacking. He's so grumpy. He's so upset. I do not
I was
understand.
gonna leave your name tag up so that we can see when Charlie comes.
Nice.
Just his little face, his little grumpy face.
Oh, he's so grumpy. He's so mad.
Why is he mad? Does he have food?
Yeah.
Is his poop
It's
box
because
clean?
yes, it's because he he likes to like knock his water dish around,
Yup.
and so like he always spills water out of it. And so I finally like I put some in, and he immediately just starts flipping it around, and I'm like, you know what? You don't deserve water then. And I just like I dump the rest of it out. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep putting water down if you're
Dan, you
gonna
have
act.
to give your cat water. He's gonna get kidney issues if he's not hydrated.
Yes, I understand, but I'm gonna have to find a way to where he can't like absolutely just flip the water around because
Does he have
this
his
is going.
fountain going?
He literally flipped his fountain over the other
Oh, he
day.
flipped the fountain? I thought he just flipped like
Yeah.
his little dish.
No, no, like the fountain. He just flipped it over.
That's a lot of water, Charlie.
It is,
Charlie,
and
you little stinker.
that's why like I ended up just saying, all right, that's it. We're not playing this game anymore. If you're not going to be responsible with your water, then I'm just gonna give it to you in
No,
small
what you
amounts.
have to do, you have to feed him from a bottle. You have to be like, now it's water time, and you feed him from a bottle. That'd be so cute.
Baby Charlie, oh
You gotta feed him from a bottle. You gotta
I could see
put him in a burrito and then feed him from a bottle.
nice.
The burrito is
I'm
what he
fully
goes
on
in.
board.
The burrito is what he goes in when he's being a naughty boy or when he needs his claws clipped.
Yeah. And basically what it is just a blanket that surrounds him.
But you could
Um,
stick one paw out to clip the claws.
yes.
His nails. Give him a
If I can get
pedicure.
enough soldiers here, if I can get enough soldiers here, I can actually acquire this tree. Yeah, and I can make dryads. Yeah.
Yes!
So that's one of Gaia's abilities is she can make these trees, but just like no, no, his troop walked over. That's mean, and it claimed the tree. All right. Oh, you see the little carnivorous plant?
Oh, don't feed the plants. Is
No.
Cody still in the chat? That's a quote from Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, did
Yeah.
you see Cody in that?
I did.
That was
I
before
got to see Cody and Justin.
that was before my time at Skidmore, unfortunately.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great musical.
Our teammate made his Titan.
Oh, oh, that's
That
our teammate. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's our teammate.
yeah.
That is cool. That is a very cool Titan.
All right. Look at this. I'm rocking this world. See, all I need is a little bit of land to just establish myself. It helps that I'm not playing on like the highest difficulty, but like, you know,
Dan, you have a lot of land. Why aren't you ruling your town?
I am. I'm using it as a resource hub,
No, it's
and
all,
that's it.
okay.
Wait, what?
Nothing, you're good.
Oh, I feel like I'm missing stuff.
That boat just like went over sand. It's
Yeah,
a shallow boat.
it's a shallow boat.
Oh no. Oh, is that wait, that's is that yours
This
or
is the end.
Oh yay!
Nope, I'm absolutely crushing them.
Yay.
Crushing them, and we're absolutely destroying everything that they can do.
And we gonna
They're
let it burn, 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 burn. We gonna let it burn, burn.
yeah, basically. Their citizens are really cool because like unlike my resource gatherers, like they need structures to put stuff into. Since they have a donkey, hey, look at that. We won for against him.
Wait,
So
so
he just
you can say no? What happens if you say no?
I have to completely obliterate their people to win.
Oh, that
Like
would
I have to exterminate them all. So I'd rather just say, yeah, that works
so
for me, buddy.
do you get to like keep their stuff? Is like all their
Um,
stuff your stuff now? Or do they work for you or with you?
nope, they are now like an independent type of thing. Like they'll only attack if they're attacked. They
Okay.
don't do anything.
So you stop attacking them and they stop attacking you.
Yep.
They should help you. They should join you.
You know, it'd be so nice if that's how it worked, but
Es-
unfortunately, that's they
especially
don't like.
especially like if you were fighting like a lot of enemies, like that would make sense.
Yeah, yeah, it would be nice. Oh well.
Mhm. Mhm.
But our donkeys are providing some gold. 21 gold per donkey. Actually, this island would be great for that. So I'm going to steal these two, and you guys are gonna go make market over here
Yeah, so you basically
because we're
get more land because you can build on their land without them attacking you.
yeah. And so the funny thing about those donkeys is like the farther that they go away, like the farther they walk, the more gold you obtain.
Can you put the donkeys on
So
boats?
no, unfortunately not. Oh, this guy does not know what he's about to endure.
Oh,
He's like, no, stop attacking my stuff, and we just were like, nope, you're nope.
yep.
All right, Crab, Mr. Crab, come over here and start breaking this up.
Mr. Krabs. Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
It's really funny to me though because like he still has some citizens left, and like I said, any one of those citizens, because they don't need other structures, like they could literally survive a lot longer. But oh well, I guess we're just gonna use the Medusa on them.
Mm. They're being stubborn.
Yes.
Resistance is futile. So maybe you should put this on a higher difficulty because you seem to be absolutely destroying this difficulty. You were so certain that you were going to win too. Do you like ever lose on this difficulty or are you kind of past this?
Uh no, I typically don't unless I really mess up.
So you should
Um
challenge yourself more, my dude.
well, I wanted to show
That's
and
true.
be able to explain it.
No, that's true
So
because
like
you were we were teaching this game.
yeah, that's one of the difficulties. Like, if I were on the heroic one, I would win. It would probably take like 2 hours to win, but
That's
I can
true.
do it.
We also want to be done by in time for Critical Role, but that's in an hour, so we're good.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, we have plenty of time. When
Now
we
the
log off the stream, or if you wanna, because this is almost done, right?
Yeah, I just have one more enemy here.
So if you wanted to show something else, if you have another thing that would take like an hour, then we can like, go on break. I can reset the capture so that it's a little bigger and clearer, and reset the game, and we could do something else. But if you also want to be done, we can be done.
Um, so I can probably show the first level if you wanted to see that. There's actually a storyline for this. There's three storylines. Yeah,
Ooh.
there's three storylines now.
And is a
So
story, do you like pick like what mythology you're going to follow for the story?
nope. So it actually guides you through like this big story where you're changing deities over and over.
Hmm,
So
interesting.
it,
Yeah, we can play the
yeah,
campaign mode.
yeah. And I'll let you see. There's like three of them that you can choose from, and we'll start with whatever one.
And you can like pause it at any time.
Yeah, I could save it, and we can pick up another time.
Sounds good. Yeah, so let's finish this little tutorial of how to do multiplayer mode, and then we can get into the story campaign mode. Sounds good. Look at us creating content. You got a fire going?
Yeah, I do.
You gotta put more wood on the fire soon, or are you good?
If we take a break, yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be a good idea.
Alright, so we will. So once this last group surrenders, we'll go to break.
And we're gonna try and make a Titan on their island. All right, so this donkey is providing 47 gold instead. So that is better than what we had from the other donkeys on the other island. It's still not great, but it's much better than what we. Ooh, increase caravan speed. We want that. Reduces the cost of buying or selling. Yeah, that's pretty good. Reduces tribute penalty. Also pretty good. So basically, I'll get stuff for cheaper. And this is the point of the game where, like, once I have the resources, I can just upgrade everything. That would have been really useful way earlier on. Oh, that's wrong. Uh, yeah. Now we've got our resource gatherers. Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff that I just completely forgot about. Like all of those things that I normally would have done real early on, I just talked instead and forgot. So there's definitely some things that I could have done better, but on the same token, this is what I mean. If you're playing against a harder computer, the computer doesn't have to stop and look at all this stuff. It just automatically does it. Um, so it becomes very difficult. Like if I'm trying to do this stuff and then I'm being attacked, and so I have to respond to that attack, where the computer just does it, I'm actually struggling. So, is their island connected? Oh, it's just not connected. Oh, that's a shame. So I was hoping that this was.
Oh.
If this was connected, then I would have started the Titan,
So it
and I would have
totally
just.
so it totally like randomizes the layout.
Yes. Um, Probably this corner is what we're going to want. So over here, I've built up a little bit of a unit that I can send in. We're actually going to try and clear out any of the buildings using these juggernauts because they have a long range siege, long range for sieging.
Hmm.
Um, so we're going to try and do that. And the problem with islands or archipelago is like my teammate has this Titan and it's great, but he can't do anything. So a Titan can't fit on any of the transport ships, and so wherever it's built, that's where it is.
Right.
Let's see. I don't need you, Mr. Piggies. I need that. Yeah. One of Zeus's main characteristics is that he allows you to have more favor than you're only allowed to have 100 favor at a time, but Zeus allows you to have 200 favor, which allows me to build a bunch of Medusas all at once.
Nice.
I can get omniscience. This is super useful. So like later in the game, when you can get this, this allows me to see all of his troops. So actually gonna get rid of those Medusas real quick. We're gonna do that real quick, and then we go from not being able to see to being able to see everything he sees. So now I know what my enemy has.
Nice.
Since we know that, let's get some more Medusas. I'm gonna need more faith for the Minotaurs. I figure 4 Medusa and 4 Minotaur will do the trick.
Mm.
And get rid of that one.
So do they speak like Greek if you've got a Greek god and like Egyptian if you've got an Egyptian god? Or is this gibberish? I don't know.
Uh, no, I think it is Greek. I think they do. I think it's specific to whatever group that you got.
Cool.
Because I know the Nordish have a different one too. So yeah, that's one thing I've always wanted to know whether like what they're actually saying because to me it is just gibberish because I don't know the
It would be cool
language.
if there were like subtitles.
You know what looks like a great location for a Titan is right there. We're going to
Put it down.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get our troops loaded on here. Get our minotaurs. How much space do we have? We'll have enough for 10 people. Actually, just make a second transport ship there. Yay. Okay, so they're the only ones not doing it. That's gonna take doing this. I get impatient. So what I can do is like I can cancel that and it brings back my resources so that I can just do it again. Oh, my teammate is actually sending people over.
Nice.
I have not actually had that happen on this difficulty. Like he normally just defends himself, so this is really good.
We love to see it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. You absolutely have that right. Yeah, they're all doing stuff. So we're gonna steal all of the wood people.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put them on this transport ship because we're gonna start making a little base here.
Got it.
Basically, once
You're,
we have our base established, we will build the Titan.
what's our Titan like?
We have Cerberus.
Cool.
So yeah,
Can
we
the
don't put
crab
too
go
much.
on land or it can only go on like sand and sea?
It can only go on sea,
Oh.
unfortunately. Might not even really need much of a defense. Looks like our teammate might wipe him out if we don't.
Oh, we won't even get to
All
use
right.
our Titan.
It looks like he's starting to build the defense, but see, that's one of the things that's very interesting to me because I don't understand this whole time. He's had enough time to build all of this stuff, but didn't didn't really build much in his settlements or anything like that.
Mm.
So we're going to build our Titan here. So there.
The other enemy surrendered way before this one is. Is that because you were really focusing fire on that other one?
It's because the enemy currently still has enough of a chance to win, or at least survive, I guess is the best way to put it. That what happened for this enemy is I got it to a point where it was theoretically not possible for it to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, at one point, the computer is just, it basically knows that, okay, it's going to be too difficult to actually win. And so it offers a surrender instead.
So if you were playing with like four people and one person surrendered to you, what would that like player do for the rest of the game? Or would they just be done
They would
playing?
just be, they would just be done. As far as I'm aware, they would not be able to do anything else. Um, though that is one thing because I've never really played online, I don't know. Um, I'd assume that they're just done, but
If they, but say
maybe
like there were three people playing and they surrendered to you but not the other player, could they again then like attack the other player? Or do you like surrender to both at once? Like you completely
you
surrender?
surrendered. Yeah, you completely surrender.
Okay.
It's not like a surrender to this person.
What
But
is the benefit? Oh, yeah, you go.
what can happen is like say I have a teammate and my teammate is literally left with like one villager left. If I give them resources, they can still potentially win. Like they can still rebuild their place. Um, so that's why like depending on which group you have, the Atlanteans and the Egyptians have that advantage that one one civilian unit that can gather resources is all they need to rebuild the empire.
The Atlanteans?
So like say I didn't have any resources
No, no,
left.
wait. There's
Oh,
like the Sea
yeah,
World,
that's
Atlantis.
yeah. Well,
Cool,
that's what they call them. But yeah,
cool. Okay, so I had a. Oh, what is the benefit to surrendering rather than like fighting to the last?
it's basically just do you want to continue trying to fight?
Do you get
Like
any
say
like points out of like, losing? Like you know how like DMO, like at first you got no points if you lost, then they gave you partial XP if you lost. Um, is there like any like thing like XP in this game, or is it just like win or a loss, or does it just not really count it at all?
it I don't think it really counts it. Like I think it counts it for stats. Like oh, you've won X amount of games, so now you get like a Steam trophy or something. That's basically all I can think of because I don't pay attention since I don't play online. That's a question that I might have to get back to you on
So
because
if
I
anyone in the
don't
chat wants to play with Dan on Age of Mythology, go ahead and send him a Twitch DM or send the main channel a Twitch DM because I don't know if you're even on Twitch right now.
know. I'm not. Uh,
None of your friendos play this game.
no, most of my friends like things like Halo Wars. I really like Halo Wars, but I don't like this game. I love that I can free build. I love Age of Empires too. That's also one that's very similar to this.
Is it by the same
But
company, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires? Is it by the same?
I don't think it was originally, but now they are. I
Oh,
think they may have been
one of
bought
them
out.
bought. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Age of Mythology was just a smaller studio. I could be completely wrong about that, but like when I first opened the game, it said, "Hey, Age of Empires 4 is out," and I was like, "Interesting." Like it used to be like kind of a competitive thing, but now if they're suggesting it, like maybe not.
Cool.
Um, yeah, so basically like for your question earlier, like sticking around for the last like say you basically lost all your units, but you had this group of people. mm, In this group of people, these oh god, what are they called? Hersers. The Hersers can actually build. So you could theoretically rebuild from it. But say you were left with like these units, they can't build.
Mm.
So you could continue to fight and you might be able to kill a few more units, but that's it. You would eventually end up losing because your enemy could build.
You could just be a pain and be like, I'm fighting till the last.
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. Um, and if you have certain like depending on the units you have left, yes, you could be a real big pain actually. Um, because like if you had a trebuchet or something and you just managed to target their houses, well, like I said before, the on Titan difficulty, everyone builds a ton of villagers, but if you don't have the capacity to build an army after, then you can't do much. So
Mm.
you actually can be annoying. You just won't win.
Whoa! Yes! I'm surprised that that's not like the Titan for Hades.
So the Titan is a general Titan for everyone.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So for all of the Greek gods,
So
you
Hades
get
and Poseidon get that too?
yes.
He just give
So
a hug. He just give a big hug. He's wrecking everything.
oh yeah,
Oh my
this is
gosh.
why like
Just one.
if you could one unit, the thing that will wreck him though is if you have a ton of like heroes, the heroes do extra damage to the Titan.
Yeah. Because that's their whole
But
thing.
like
Heroes fight Titans. Wait, the
exactly,
ground like bounced.
yep, that's because of how strong these Titans are.
But they don't.
All right,
So this is pretty much game right here because they don't have a Titan. They got that little fire guy. Is that a hero?
that is a fire giant. No, these guys are their heroes. Believe it or not.
Um.
It's like, oh, that's what I was doing. I was like, I know I had more units I was going to send in, but I couldn't remember from where. Yeah, but now I'm going to attack his barracks so that he can't fight back really.
Nice.
But even just the units that he had, you can see they actually did a decent amount of damage to the Titan. Like
Hmm.
they're not unkillable. Um, and so like you do have to send other troops in with them when you
And you
do this
can't
stuff.
like once a Titan is killed, can you like summon another, build, summon another, yeah, another one?
Nope. You only get one Titan for the game.
Got it.
But like this is a prime example where having the Titan is more beneficial. Even if it died at this point, I've done so much damage
Yeah.
that he won't be able to recover. Like I will be able to build an army before he can do it.
Hmm.
And we're just going to make sure he can't build the Titan.
Right, because you can also destroy their building site and then they can't build a Titan.
And just like that, he no longer can get a Titan.
Yeah. This is game over.
Oh yeah. And like obviously the thing that I was mentioning before was like attack his houses so they can't build more people. Well, these oxen are also considered one unit. So like between the villagers and the oxen, he's probably at his limit of where he can no longer really build champions. Like he's got to rebuild these houses in order to do anything.
Mm.
And if you're in the middle of being attacked, that's the last thing you want to
What are
have
all
to
these
deal with.
things with the little green running away?
The oxen?
Oh.
Yeah.
They got little
They're all,
green saddles.
yeah.
What's he gonna attack now? Oh,
Actually,
he
yeah.
seems to not
So,
really know what to do.
So he's actually having the issue that he's getting stuck on the oxen. Um,
That's an interesting strategy.
right? You could swarm them with oxen, and he would just then start attacking the oxen. That's all the difference would be.
Mhm.
But like now, if I start destroying the things that they're trying to rebuild, it'll be very
Well, you
difficult for
can
him to do.
definitely destroy things faster than they can build them.
Yes, but since I'm destroying like the houses and stuff, even if they did build some of those, they won't be able to build more champions.
Yeah. Just destroy it all. Nice.
And just like that, that's the end of
Yay!
the game.
You did it! Alright, I think that we should maybe end here.
Yeah. So at the end of the game, you get to see the scores of who did the best in what thing.
You did the best
Uh,
in everything.
yeah, kind of. But you can break it down and see like what people did, how they did, um, who had the highest military count, who killed the most units, buildings raised, units lost, buildings lost, stuff like that. Improvements, you get to see like your timeline. Like we were the first to the classic age, but we were second to the heroic age.
Hmm.
Um, and mythology, it tells you your favorite champions, your favorite units, and a general timeline of how the game progressed. Um, Obviously, they did not do very well. Pretty typical. So, but yeah, um, that's Age of Mythology in a nutshell. Um, yeah, but I will show you real quick the campaigns. So the Fall of the Trident, there's a learn to play just to get you into it and show you like what goes on. The Fall of the Trident is the main one. That's where you're playing as the Atlanteans initially, or the Greeks initially, and that's honestly one of my favorites. I think it is just the favorite.
Hmm.
There's the Golden Gift, which is actually you
That's a
playing
lot
as.
shorter than the Fall of the Trident. The Fall of the Trident
Yep,
had all those chapters.
yep. The Golden Gift is just the story of rebuilding Thor's hammer.
Okay.
Um, and then there's the New Atlantis, which
Is that
is
the
where you
sequel to the Fall of
actually.
the Trident?
It is. So,
Does the
um,
Golden Gift
yeah,
take significantly like shorter amount of time than the Fall of the Trident?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fall of the Trident is
Oh my
30, yeah,
goodness.
32. But like basically to show you like what's going on, you start off as the Atlanteans slash Greeks, and you're kind of going through. Then you get to a point where you switch to the Egyptians. And for a few levels, there's actually an in between where you start with some Greek soldiers, but you're using Egyptian gods.
Hmm.
So, like the Greek units that you started with, once you lose them, you don't get them back. And so you have to start being more mindful about what units you use and where. Eventually, you end up getting through that and you go to the Norselands. And then you get to play as the Norse and all of their mythology. And the whole idea about it, about this game in general, is you're you basically stumble into something akin to like the Odyssey. You stumble into like there's this super big thing that's trying to go down. This Gargarensis is trying to unleash like titans, and so you're just basically following him and f- basically thwarting his plans, and that's it. That's all you end up doing. Um, and yeah, so that's the fall of the Trident. The Golden Gift is rebuilding Thor's hammer, and the New Atlantis is basically just the Titans. That's the best way to put it. But
Nice.
I fully suggest the fall of the Trident first. and then the New Atlanteans if you get the DLC with the extended edition, because there's a bunch of things that the the Fall of the Trident is in the other one. Um, yeah, so that's basically Age of Mythology in a nutshell. If you guys like RTS games, this is a great one to me. Like I said, it's from my childhood. It still kind of holds up though. There's a lot of stuff that I think is really fun, and the campaign is really useful, like really cool to me. What time is it right now?
It is 9:24, so I think we're gonna call it here.
Yeah, that works to me. Yeah, if you guys want to see more of this, if you want to watch me play through the campaign, I'm totally on board with it at some point. Um, but yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys like this or whatnot.
Yep, we
So
appreciate all comments, all follows, all subscriptions, the rest of our social media too. You can check us out there. We've been doing a lot of like last minute spontaneous streaming lately, so definitely hit that follow button on Twitch to know when we go live. I'm going to throw our links in the chat again. So once again, we started out as a D&D stream. Hopefully we'll be able to get back into that game, but in the meantime, I've been playing some Kate's Cozy Kids games, so the Humongous Entertainment. I've been doing Pajama Sam. I have Spy Fox, I have Putt Putt, I have Freddy Fish. We'll get into those. We have Age of Mythology now. Dan and I play through Demio. Sometimes other cast members join us. I am Kate the Great Cosplays. You can find me on social media, pretty much all social media, under that name. Dan does not want to be found. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. We really appreciate it all. We are going to wave goodbye for the YouTube, and then we'll start a raid. Goodbye!
bye everyone. Thanks for joining us.